Okay, the headline was, it was an absolute bombshell, just exploded everywhere.
Yeah.
Every gossip site. Actress Nicole Kidman reportedly dragged into the messy divorce of Yellowstone creator Taylor Sheridan.
Mm-hmm. It had all the elements, didn't it? Hollywood A-lister, huge TV show, drama.
Exactly. Everything you need for something to just completely go viral.
And, if you saw that headline flashing up again and again, you probably took the basic story as fact.
Sure.
But here's the really interesting part. What if that whole high drama story is just, well, false? Completely fabricated, like a perfect storm of celebrity journalism creating fiction.
Welcome to Snarscope Report. I'm Jordan, your guide through all the noise.
And I'm Jamie. We're here to filter that signal from the static.
Our mission today is to break down the Hollywood drama, the music industry shakeups, all those influencer scandals. We dive deep into the stories behind the headlines you think you already know.
And today we're doing a deep dive into something specific, media conflation.
Media conflation.
Okay. Yeah, it's basically this calculated strategy. You take two, maybe three, completely separate true news events, and you kind of smash them together, fuse them, deliberately, to create a new story. A fictional drama designed purely for clicks.
And we can actually show you exactly how this specific fiction was built. It needed, like you said, a perfect storm. Three very real, distinct things colliding in late 2024, early 2025.
Right. So first you had the actual, very methodical separation of Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban.
Okay, event one.
Second, the real Yellowstone divorce drama, the one that got everyone buzzing about Yellowstone and divorce, that primed the pump.
Got it.
And third, the critical piece, what we're calling the Nexus Event, the one moment that sort of accidentally tied the other two together in the media's eyes.
But let's just get this out of the way right now. The core premise, the reason this whole thing went viral.
It's false. Taylor Sheridan, the Yellowstone creator, he's not getting divorced.
Right.
He's been married to Nicole Muirbrook since, 2013? His recent dramas, quote-unquote, they've all been professional. That lawsuit over the coffee brand, movie networks.
Business stuff, not personal life stuff.
Exactly. Not marital stuff.
Okay, so the entire foundation of that viral rumor is just gone. Poof.
Pretty much.
So if the drama wasn't Taylor Sheridan's marriage, then we have to look at Nicole Kidman's actual divorce, what was really going on there with Keith Urban.
Right, that's where we have to start. The news about her split from Urban after 19 years together, that broke publicly on September 29th, 2025.
And it definitely felt like a shocker to the public, a real bombshell.
It did. But when you look at the actual court filings, you see a very different story.
Right.
This wasn't some sudden emotional blow-up. It was methodical, planned, a high-net-worth dissolution.
Yeah, I was actually really surprised when I saw the timeline in the documents. Because you see the announcement and you think, wow, that just happened. But no.
Not at all. This split was being planned out, negotiated, for at least a month before anyone filed anything.
A month. Before the public knew.
At least. Get this. The parenting plan, which is super detailed. Keith Urban signed it way back on August 29th.
August
29th.
Yep.
And Nicole Kidman signed her part on September 6th. All of this careful planning was happening behind the scenes.
While they were still doing public appearances together, like the ACM Awards back in May.
Exactly. Makes that May appearance look, well, less like a happy couple and more like strategic public relations. Almost corporate performance art, you could say.
Wow. And the settlement itself, the 37 pages, it screamed clean break, didn't it?
Absolutely pristine,
Yeah.
especially financially. It explicitly says, and I'm quoting here, neither party shall pay any amount and/or form of alimony or spousal support.
Done. Separate everything.
Draw a line, walk away. That was the financial side.
But what really stood out to me, actually, was the custody arrangement. For their daughters, Sunday Rose and Faith Margaret, it wasn't 50-50, was it?
Not even close.
Yeah.
And that part really tells the story of their lives. It legally formalizes what was probably already happening.
How so?
Well, Kidman is named the primary residential parent. The kids are with her 306 days a year.
306? Wow.
And with Urban, only 59 days. Plus, Kidman gets final decision-making authority.
So she calls the shots.
Essentially, yes. It basically codifies the reality. Urban's life is touring, being on the road. Kidman's life is more rooted, whether it's Nashville or on a film set somewhere. The custody reflects that.
And the reasons given? The court docs probably cite the usual thing.
Yeah, separate lives, incompatible schedules, the classic Keith never sees Nicole kind of thing. But multiple sources pointed to something more specific too, a real point of conflict.
Which was?
Her movie, the 2024 erotic thriller, Baby Girl.
Ah, Baby Girl.
Reports were pretty strong that Urban was, let's say, significantly uncomfortable with that film, the content, the promotion. Apparently, he didn't even like Nicole promoting the movie.
And there's actual evidence to back that up, isn't there? It's not just anonymous sources.
Correct. First, his public absence. He wasn't at any of the promotional events for Baby Girl, not one.
Okay, that's telling.
But the real kicker, the smoking gun perhaps, was that radio interview back in July 2025. Remember that?
Vaguely. Refresh my memory.
He was asked directly about Kidman's, quote, raunchy film scenes in Baby Girl and his team. They literally disconnected the call.
They hung up.
Hung up. Just cut the connection. That tells you pretty much everything you need to know about where the tension was, professionally and personally.
Wow. Okay, so that's piece one of the puzzle, Kidman's actual divorce. Methodical, planned, with some underlying creative tension, maybe pushing it along.
Exactly. Our first real narrative.
But how does her name get tangled up with Yellowstone? We need to pivot now to the other drama, the one that put Yellowstone Divorce into everyone's search history.
Precisely. Because, like we said up front, the Yellowstone part of this whole Kidman story, it's a classic case of mistaken identity. It was never about Taylor Sheridan.
Here's about the star.
The former star, Kevin Costner. His divorce from Christine Baumgartner. That was the contentious one. It finalized in February 2024, and it was messy and very, very public.
And Yellowstone itself was right in the middle of that legal battle, wasn't it? Financially, at least.
Absolutely central. Costner's massive income from the show was a huge point of argument, especially in the child support hearings.
I remember something about his future earnings.
Yeah, his legal team tried this argument that his, $24 million offer for future Yellowstone seasons 5, 6, and 7, should count as past income, not future income.
To try and lower the support payment.
Exactly. It was all about the money tied to the show.
So what's the impact of that divorce on this story?
It created what we could call the Costner Precedent, this incredibly public, months-long, really expensive saga. It just cemented the Yellowstone brand name together with keywords like divorce, drama, money.
Right. So people were already thinking Yellowstone plus divorce, big messy drama.
Totally. It primed the media landscape. It was like dry tinder, just waiting for any kind of spark involving Yellowstone and relationships. The public was almost conditioned to expect another scandal.
Okay, so we've got Kidman's carefully managed divorce happening over here, and we've got the media and public already associating Yellowstone with messy splits over there, thanks to Costner.
Check.
What was the spark? What was the single moment of the Nexus Event, you called it, that fused these two completely separate things into one misleading headline?
It all comes down to timing and a specific public appearance.
Okay.
Just 4 days after filing for divorce, Nicole Kidman makes her very first public appearance. Strategically chosen, no doubt, October 4th, 2025, at the AmFAR Gala in Dallas.
4 days after filing. That's quick. That's a statement.
Exactly. She wasn't hiding. She was projecting strength, professionalism, controlling the narrative.
And who was she there with, or who was she honoring?
This is the crucial link. She attended specifically to present the Award of Inspiration to Taylor Sheridan. There it is.
Her collaborator on Lioness.
Correct. Her professional collaborator, her dear friend, as she called him from their show, Lioness.
So this is where the photos come from. This is the fuel for those headlines like Nicole Kidman spotted with Taylor Sheridan after divorce.
That's the moment. But here's the thing. The absolute key piece of information that almost every single one of those sensational headlines conveniently left out.
Which was?
Taylor Sheridan wasn't there alone. He attended the gala with his wife, Nicole Muirbrook.
His wife was there.
Right there beside him. The whole time. It was a purely professional event, a philanthropic thing between collaborators. His wife's presence completely demolishes any hint of personal drama or scandal.
It's actually kind of amazing, isn't it, how they can take a factually true sentence, Nicole Kidman spotted with Taylor Sheridan after divorce, and make it mean something totally different just by omitting 4 words. And his wife, too.
It's the power of omission. And that appearance, for Kidman, it feels like a really powerful, maybe implicit statement of realignment.
What do you mean realignment?
Well, think about the contrast. Her personal partnership with Urban is ending, partly maybe because of friction over her career choices, like Baby Girl. Her very first public act after filing is to stand on stage and honor her professional partner, Taylor Sheridan, the one she has this thriving creative alliance with on Lioness, which, by the way, is already greenlit for season 3.
So she's choosing very publicly to highlight the successful professional relationship over the dissolving personal one.
It certainly reads that way. Prioritizing the work, the successful collaboration, And the irony here is just, well, it's peak Hollywood.
How so?
Because Taylor Sheridan and Kidman's estranged husband, Keith Urban, they were also professional collaborators.
Get out. Really?
Yeah, small world. Both Sheridan and Urban were executive producers on that 2025 TV singing show, The Road.
Wow. Okay. So the Nexus event wasn't just Kidman and Sheridan. It was this whole web of connections. She was basically seen with the collaborator who represents her current success right after splitting from the husband, who was also, weirdly, a collaborator with that same guy.
It just perfectly juxtaposed the partnership she was ending with the professional alliances she was clearly strengthening.
Okay, let's put it all together for everyone listening. If you're trying to spot this kind of media manipulation, this conflation, what are the clear ingredients we saw here? How did they cook up this fake story?
It's really a textbook example. 3 key steps. First, keyword association.
Okay.
The Costner divorce already made Yellowstone, plus divorce, a hot, clickable search topic. That laid the groundwork. People were already interested.
Got it. Step 1, existing buzz.
Step 2, sensationalized juxtaposition. Crafting headlines that are technically true. Yes, she was seen with Sheridan after her divorce filing, but arranging those facts to strongly imply a connection or cause that isn't real, making it misleading on purpose.
Right, like putting 2 photos next to each other to suggest something that didn't happen.
Exactly. And the third, absolutely crucial ingredient, critical omission.
Leaving stuff out.
Deliberately burying or just completely ignoring the single most important context clue in this case, the fact that Sheridan's wife was right there with him. You combine those 3, pre-existing drama, new unrelated drama, and a strategically cropped photo op, boom, instant fictional scandal.
So the bottom line here is crystal clear. The whole story linking Nicole Kidman to a divorce involving the Yellowstone creator, it's not real. It's a media artifact, manufactured.
Totally. The real story isn't some tawdry affair. It's actually about a strong professional friendship, maybe even a strategic move by Kidman that just happened to occur publicly right after her own very separate divorce news broke.
And this really does raise a bigger question, doesn't it? Something for you, the listener, to kind of mull over.
Definitely. Think about how often the media might be creating a narrative, not by actually lying or inventing facts, but just by carefully selecting and combining maybe 3 different completely true facts that were never actually connected in reality, twisting them together.
So the next time you see one of those really shocking celebrity headlines pop up, maybe pause for a second. Ask yourself, am I reading an actual report of what happened? Or am I consuming a carefully engineered media artifact designed purely to get my click?
It's something worth thinking about for sure.
You've been listening to Starscope Report, where Jordan and Jamie uncovered the stories shaping Hollywood, music, and pop culture. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time.